All right, hi, this is Darren Lyle, and working again on another project. This project is to make a convenience store, gas station kind of place, both the exterior and the interior. I'm going to need both the exterior and the interior here, so I'm kind of doing it all at once here. Right now, I'm just trying to block out what I actually need. Let me see if I can get the chat going here, or if I well, I'll wait for just a minute. Currently, let's go take a look at where I am right now. I'm going to press let me turn on the screencast keys here. Oh, I hate that. I don't like that type of thing. So let me, we want text. We don't want a box. There we go. I think that'll work right there. So let's try this. I'm going to press Shift F and Tab, and now I can run around like it's a video game. And here we go. We can go inside the little convenience store, and here is the counter. This thing right here is a person. That's just my 6 foot, tall template. And we've got the various aisles here, and these are the coolers, or where the cold drinks are, things like that. Over here would be other cold drinks. I think maybe I'll put a magazine rack here, and maybe a door or two over here, like an employee's door and a bathroom door here, maybe something like that. And over here, I think these are other shelves, maybe over here. So I'm still trying to kind of block out exactly how it's going to be arranged in here. So yeah, so that's generally what I'm working on there, or that's where I am. Now out here, we're going to need let me hit escape. We're going to need, pumps like this, little curbs, trash cans, these little guardrails, that kind of thing. And I don't really know yet what I'm going to put behind here. I feel like maybe there's like a freeway on ramp or off ramp back here that's kind of in the background. So I'm not really sure. But for right now, I just want to kind of block in the gas pump, just so I can get a sense of how it's going to go. Let me go see if I can find my chat here. See if anybody's out there. Let me see if I can get to it now. There we go. So I hope everybody's doing well. Let me go here and here. There we go. Hi, everybody. Hello. Thank you. It's good to be back. I keep coming across things in my life that keep me from, doing things, creating stuff, creating videos, all that kind of thing. So hopefully I'll be able to do this for a little bit more these days. So to create this, I think all I just need to block it out. I always want to make things very detailed. Every time I create anything, I always want to do it completely with all the detail. But what I'm trying to do is just block it out. Just kind of get it so. Let me go here. So we're just using basic cubes and things to just block things out. It looks like that should be over here. Because once I get everything blocked out, then I kind of know what I need to work on, right? So if I just do one thing in total detail, then I don't really know where I am in the project. But if I get everything blocked out, then I can kind of get a sense of how I'm doing on the entire project, I think. I'm not sure exactly how this piece here is supposed to be. I'm going to just scale it in the Y and extrude it up a bit like this. Maybe that's this part here. All right, let's see how big. Let me bring that guy out. When I say a guy, it's just a pole 6 feet tall. Here we go. So if this is my 6 foot tall person here, is that how big that's supposed to be? It's so hard to know without a person in the picture. But I mean, just being there, you know, we've all been to, you know, pumped gas in our car, so I kind of get the sense that it's kind of this tall. Let me scale it down just a little bit like this, maybe. There we go. And then it's got these things on the side. So let's just move the cursor to the selected. Add a cube. Scale it. And yeah, that looks about right. Maybe a little bit narrower. So just to get it right on the side here. Now let's scale it up a bit and put this in place. Something like that. All right. So it's hard to know how much detail I should be putting into just blocking it out, because as I said, the way I work, I always want to just create more and more detail. I love just the nitty-gritty of all the details and everything. So I've got to remember that I can't do that, or that I shouldn't do that. I should get everything blocked in first. Okay. So we've got those sides there. Now this doesn't feel tall enough. All right. Let me go like that. And the problem is it's got this cube at the bottom, or I say cube, it's a curb. I love how I call everything by their primitive names in Blender. It doesn't matter if it's a real object. It's a cube. All right, let me think about this. Well, I'll just create a cube here and move this down to here, let's say. All right, so this is going to be just a little bit farther and a little bit wider than that, like this. And then I can maybe take this and move it. It looks like it goes through there like that. Right? Okay. Something like that. Yeah, okay. So what else now? Oh, this thing up here. And then it's got like a sign here and then a hanging sign. It looks like. You know, having this kind of blurry image here is probably a good thing for me, or else I'd try and model all the details. All right. So I think I'll just grab this and move the cursor to it, and then I'll create a cube up here, and let's see how we can do here. Go here, wireframe. Let's see, how big? Well, that feels about right. Let me see, it's a little bit bigger. Let's try that. Like this, maybe? Let's spin around to this side. And let's widen it up like that. Okay. Yeah, that is beginning to look like maybe what we want. Let me scale this out just a bit. I feel like that needs to be a little bit bigger. Hard to tell once again. It's got kind of a curve thing. I know I shouldn't do this, but I want to. I want to add some sort of detail to this. I'm going to grab these edges here like this. And I'm going to bevel these. Bevel, Control B. And I'll pull these out just a bit. You know, I should probably apply the scale first before I do that. Then let's do Control B and pull these out. And then over here on the tool settings, let's increase the number of segments. Yeah, that should be enough for now. Yeah, just to get that little curve there. And then, see, now it looks too big. Let me bring that in just a bit. There we go. You know what I could do? I keep saying I'm not going to do the details, and then I do. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to add this right here. Extrude and scale, Shift Z. Go out just a bit. Scale on the Y. There we go. All right, so I won't do any more. I could bevel it and all kinds of things, but I won't. I'm going to stop. Okay. So what I can do too is come over here and I can turn wire on for everything. If you Alt-click wire like that, that'll add wire outlines to it. All right. That's not bad, actually. It feels too thin, though. Doesn't this feel wider? Yeah, I think it feels too thin now. So let's move that out. Let's take this and move that out. Okay. This, I should probably just grab this and move this out. There we go. And this, I can move this. All right, so that just feels, now is it too wide? Oh, man. This is the story of my life here. Okay. That feels a little better. This could go in just a smidge like this. All right, and as I said, I'm just blocking out. I get kind of overcome with all the details here, but I think that's good for now. Let's do the little signage here. So that's just going to be, once again, a cube. There we go. And let me go to the front view. Just want it to be about this high, maybe. Like so. And then let's scale that in. There we go. So we've got just that sign there. And now we need one up here. Let me duplicate Z. Now I can just scale that in like this. Okay. So that's the spacing between them isn't quite right. Like this. Now let's bring this down. There, let's try that. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay. So now that we have that blocked out, we just need to take it over to the other side, right? Let me see how everybody's doing. What is this model for? It's a personal project. I kind of want to do an animation in a convenience store, so I'm not sure if it's going to actually turn out. I begin a lot of projects for my own personal thing, and I get pulled away and then I forget about them. So hopefully this will continue. Let's see. Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this and just duplicate. Actually, I'll take the whole thing. I'll just duplicate the whole thing and move it over. Duplicate, move this, and then I just want to grab this and slide it over. There we go. Okay, so there's that. All right, I could probably, no, I'll keep them all separate objects for now. That's fine. All right, I'll go ahead and change the materials. What material do I have on these? I think I just have just a plain old material. So I can select all of these. And then at the very end, I'll select an object with a material like this, and then Control L and link to the material. And there we go. Okay, so there we've got those things. What else? These things. These little guardrail things. We need a couple of those. We need probably 4 of those. Let's make one of those. It looks like it goes up a little bit over half of this part. So maybe I'll go to the side view here and go to wireframe. And how to do this? Well, let me think. You know what I could do? Yeah, let me move the cursor here. And where is that? Oh, it's over there. I'll move it here. There we go. And then what let's do is let's add a curve. Say a path. Let's try a path. It looks like it's spun around the wrong way, so RZ90. Okay. I'll bring it up to about here. That maybe seems about right. Let me just grab these two and see what happens if I pull them down. All right. Okay. So, all right. If I pull those two down and pull these out like this, and then take these two and extrude down in the Z. Not too bad. Okay. So, maybe I need, well, let me try this. Before I add any extras, let me just scale these out and see if I can, no, that doesn't really work for me. How about these, if I scale these out? That works a little bit better. And then what if I took these and moved them in? I don't know, let's try that. That doesn't really do it for me. Well, that's not bad. That may just work. All right, so I've got that curve. I'm going to apply the rotation and the scale. And then over here in the path panel, let's give it some depth. Here we go. Like that. Some resolution. Let me move this out here. Give it some resolution. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see. Do I need any more than 4? Kinda. Why is it doing this? Oh, I guess that's just the camera. Let me, I hate this wide angle camera that it comes with. Lens 35. Let's take this up to 50 millimeters. That won't, yeah, that looks a little better. Okay. Let's see, we certainly don't need it that, whoa. Don't need it that low. How about like this with preview as 5? Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Let's make sure it's sitting in the ground like that. Okay, so now that looks okay, I think. Yeah, okay, so now let's put them where they need to be. So there's one right there, maybe a little bit closer. And this one over here. And then these two over there. Yes. Okay, so those are pretty well all done. You know, however, I could convert them to polygons. No, I'm going to wait to do that. I don't, if I want to change these, they're easy to change here. You know, I can change them easily, but if I convert them to polygons, then I won't be able to do that as easily. So, okay, so we've got those. What else outside? I guess I could do these trash cans. What else does it have? Yeah, might as well do a trash can just to have it out there so it's part of the block out, just so I get a sense of how it feels. Yeah, okay. I mean, trash can isn't very exciting, but but okay. I'll just create a cylinder and be done with it. We don't really need 32 sides here. Oh, well, now we're stuck with it because I moved it. All right, it is just a temporary thing. So let's get this the right size. It's pretty small, really, isn't it? So grab these and move them down. We could scale that in just a smidge. Yeah, I mean, that's really all we need for now. I guess what I could do is, well, is there a lid on it? Hard to tell. You know what I'll do is I will just add an edge loop here. And I shouldn't do it because it's adding detail, but I'm going to do it anyway. If I extrude this, yeah, okay. So if I hit extrude, Shift Z, whoa, I didn't hit, I hit the wrong thing. Okay, so scale, Shift Z, there we go. Yeah, okay. That's good. And then let's do one extra up here. And that'll just give it the sense that it is kind of a trash can-like thing. Extrude, scale, Shift Z, pull it out. There. Okay. And okay, so there we go. Let's select these different items here and go ahead and put the general material on them. The material is just kind of so I can see what I've done, you know. Material. Oh, no, I gotta select that. Control material. Okay. Now, that just seems too small. I know it's not very big here, but maybe these are bigger. I just feel like it's not big enough. All right, let's go with that. Okay. Now, let me select everything, give it a little bit of wireframe. Wait a minute. I don't know why that's not visible, but here it is. Alt click. There we go. Now we've got the wireframe on those. Okay. So now what else? I guess we could go inside now. Oh, there are these things underneath here. I should put these on too, right? All right. I'm just looking at what's going on out here. We're talking about UVs, I see. Well, I'm going to have to do a lot of UV mapping for this project, that's for sure. Let me go to another. I'm going to go to another image here. If I can. Where am I here? This is, let's see if this is. Yeah, so what, you know, ultimately the inside of my convenience store will be something like this. So you see all the items and the bags and the products. I mean, the UV mapping and the texturing. Oh, it's going to be, what am I doing? Why? I enjoy it though. So so this is kind of like here's a nice image of just kind of a guy behind the counter. So I want to do something like this behind the counter. So I need to maybe, you know what I could do? I could do a cash register. I wonder if I could find an image of a cash register. I'm sure I could. Let me do that. Cash register. Here. Images. Tools. Size. Large. Okay. So yes, something like this. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. Although I'd like it to be a little bit older fashioned. Not that old. I'd like this to not be a really new place. That looks kind of newish. Let me do old cash register. Let's try this. Oh, that's not old. These are a little too old. Although that's not bad. Yeah, these may be a little bit too old. I don't know how to. I mean, what if it was like a 1990s Are there any? Is there anything out there? 1990s. Really? Okay. So this is. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know a 1990s cash register if it walked up to me. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, I mean, that feels oldish, right? Okay, I'm just going to save this in my folder under reference images under environment, cash register. Okay, so now I have that. What else? That's probably pretty good for now. All right. Let's now go back and let's just work on blocking that in. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want something to kind of get the size and scale on the counter there. To do this, I'm going to go to a completely new layer simply because it's distracting everything else. And let me create a cube, zoom in, and here we go. Okay, so let's just block in that base right here, like that. And then I'll just duplicate this. There we go. Oops. Let's try to go to edit mode first and then go to edges. Something like that. Okay. And then all I really want to do is, as I said, I don't want to get too into the details here. Let me scale these out in the X. Looks like I could do one over here as well. And then grab this. I'm going to take it straight up. And it looks like, just trying to get the general. There we go, something like that. Let me slide this G twice and slide that. Yeah, so it just generally like that. Okay. Something like that. Really just seems a little too wide. Maybe. Let me scale it in just a bit. There we go. And then maybe it's got, you know, a thing up top like that. Let's just do this. There we go. Okay. So now, let's put this here. It kind of looks like that. Like that. We could also, we could just create a little cylinder. Let's take it down to 16. We don't need any cap fills. Scale it down. And put it right under here. There we go. There we go. So now we've got that. Okay, so now we've got just a very basic block out of the cash register. Let's now go put it on the counter. I'm going to just take it all and join it with Control J. And now let's bring it all back. Let me move it. Let me move the origin back down to the cursor. There we go. Let me bring back everything. Okay. Now, hey, it's not horribly big. That's good. Now let's put it on the counter. Let me go back to that other one. Should be, is that it? Or is this it? That's it. Okay, so there he is at the counter. Let's rotate it. I feel like the counter's not, oh, let me bring my guy in, my 6-foot template here. That will help, so I kind of have a sense of how big things are. I'll bring him in. There we go. I can even put him behind the counter. That's what I'll do. Okay. So he's behind the counter. And here's his cash register. Feels, I don't know. It doesn't feel too bad, actually. It feels like it's just about big enough. I'm going to take this and make the counter a little wider. Oops, I don't want to do that. Let me try this. There we go, something like that. Maybe, yeah, and it's got this extra thing that comes up here. Okay, so there he is in his, oh no, I want to go this way, this way, this way, like this, and I want to, this is going to have little feet on it, I think, so I'll just bring it up just a little bit. Okay, something like that. Yeah. So this is what I mean by just blocking things in, trying to get them the right height and the right size. Still doesn't feel quite right. Maybe it's not big enough. And as I said, if I get too involved in all the little details here, I'll never get anything done. Because it very well could be that if I'm in here, let me just move around here, I may never have to see the back side of all of these rows of products. So I may never have to actually do anything on the back of those. So that's good. And something like this back here, I don't know if that could be like, well, like a texture, honestly. If I could take a picture somewhere of just behind a counter at a convenience store, I may be able to put, well, I don't know, a polygon up there and just, you know, have it be a texture. It's possible. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how to not kill myself doing this. So he's got a couple of other little items here, like this, you know, side thing, this thing that is up here, and the little credit card thing. So I feel like I should have those as well, you know. So I'll just go ahead and once again block that in. It looks like it really only needs to be about that wide. And doesn't even need to be that tall, I guess. Something like this. I'm just going to pull that down like that. All right, so that's there. What else? This thing here. Let's do that as well. I'll just this, I'll work on the base here. Get that in place. Like this. And kind of scale it out just a bit. And then I can, same old trick here, just move the cursor to that. Create a cylinder. Once again, it's 16 sides is still in there, so I can just grab that and scale that. Put that in there. Grab those right there. Grab these edges right here. Oh, I'm not in edge mode. Here we go. There's the edges. Now, let's try this and see how high it's supposed to be. It looks like it's got to be like that. Right? And then I can move the cursor up to there. And once again, create yet another cube. It's amazing how everything in the world seems to be a cube. Like this. Like this. And like that. Okay. There we go. I'm going to join all these together. And then move them over to the side just a little bit like that. All right, so there he is. There he is behind the counter. This guy. The cash register. And really, the only thing we need is that little credit card machine. We need more space on the counter there. The credit card machine, I don't know, that's just really, I don't need to work that hard at it there. Let me move the cursor to here. And let's just block that in real quick as well. So this, like this. Like this. Move it out. Oops. To here. Tilt it. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to duplicate this. This will be the base of it, like this. So, and I'll be able to come in at a later time and just isolate each one of these pieces and then just add more detail to them. That's really all I'll be doing. There's this. And then, I don't know, I could just go like that. There we go. Boom. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. So once again, I'm going to hit Shift F and Tab, and now I can, let me go out. Let me go outside here and look around. So here's a gas pump. Okay. Is it too big though? Are they too tall? They may be. Hard to tell. Okay. Let's go in here. Hello. I'd like a pack of camels. All right. Yeah, and I think this is about, this feels about the right size to me compared to this guy here. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. So that's what I'm going to be doing for a while here. kind of blocking these things out. We've got a lot more to do, but I like this kind of thing. I like as I said, I like the nitty-gritty details of things. So that's what I'm going to be working on for the next little while. So let me see. I'm sorry I haven't been looking at the chat here. I got going and I didn't think to look over. Let's see. When I make things, everything is much darker. Is that from a template? Oh, well, that's couple things. You know, I think I may have turned on at some. No. What I've done is I've just added a material. So as I create things, I'm just adding a material to them, and that, you know, makes them this color. I think that's what you're asking. That's a lot of modeling done in 45 minutes. Well, it's just blocking it out. It's just basic cubes here. Let's see what else. Oh, and in regards to the color scheme, someone mentioned color scheme. I am using the theme. I'm using a theme called Elcian. I don't know. I like it. I don't know. I was just playing around, and I like this. I don't know why. So, I would like to give some thanks to Mr. Lyle. His tutorials, character modeling have really given me the motivation to make 3D characters. Fantastic. Thank you very much. You are welcome. I love to hear that, because I love creating characters too. So, and that's what this is for. Ultimately, there are hopefully going to be 3 characters in there, and a little scene will play out. We'll see. Let's see what else. Well, it looks like. All right. Darren has the teaching gift. Oh, thank you very much. All right. All right. I think I better get going here. I gotta get going on other projects, but I hope to be back tomorrow and keep at this. I really want to go through the entire process of modeling and UV mapping and texturing, and I don't know how I'm going to do all the packaging of all the products. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know. Who cares? I'll keep. We will just figure it out as we go, right? All right. Well, I will see you soon, and everyone, well, take care. Bye-bye.